Freya with another singing tip. Well, actually today I have 7 tips. 7 risks you should take to be a better singer. If you want to find out more, please stay tuned. I think there's nothing more boring than a singer that always plays it safe. That always stays in the safety zone, in the comfort zone. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna give you 7 tips how you can get out of that comfort zone to first of all be a more interesting singer, to have more expression, and just to have more fun yourself. Number 1, sing out loud and clear. Now this seems to be an obvious point, but there are so many singers that I see that just don't dare to sing it out loud, just all the way. They are always hesitant and just kind of like, okay, I don't know, am I supposed to? Is it right or not? So just put it out there. Sing out loud. Just dare to do it. Don't hesitate. Don't doubt yourself. Just, it's better to make the mistake and do it all the way than just to be vague and do nothing at all. Number 2, do ad-libs. Now ad-libs comes from the Latin ad libitum, which means at your pleasure. Of course you should have pleasure singing, but it actually means like taking your freedom to add something to it. Instead of just singing the plain line, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, you could just add a little bit of your personal flavor. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So just add some ad-libs that fit your style and add them in your own voice. Like just whatever is your strength, do it. Just add your own flavor that distinguishes you from all the other artists. Number 3, take your time. Now the thing is, whenever you're in live performance or in front of anybody, time seems to go much slower for you as a performer. So usually you have the tendency just to kind of rush through, and also when there's a break, just to do it too short. You're depriving your audience of like this tension that's gonna build up. So whenever there's a moment of silence in a rest or in a break, or whenever you're doing like an end cadenza, take your time. Also, indulge in that high pitch sometimes, like in that high final note or in that pitch that has a fermata on top of it. Just don't rush through it. If you do an end cadenza, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. Don't you ever, ever, ever come back no more. Yeah, just like take your time. Don't rush through there. Number 4, use different voice colors. For me, there's nothing more boring than a singer that sounds the same from the beginning to the end, that there's absolutely no change in voice color, it's always the same. It's like a speaker that sounds so monotonous because he never raises his voice, or he never puts anything really interesting in it. It's like telling a story to a little kid. Ooh, you know, then there came the Wicked Witch, and ooh, did you see those little bunnies there? They're so cute. Like, change your voice colors around, matching the words that you actually want to convey. I am so desperate, now I am excited, and I'm mad, yes I'm mad, oh I'm so mad, now I'm so tender. Change your voice colors. Number 5, live through the story. Now, if you have nothing to do with what's going on in the story that you're singing, it's not going to be fun for you, and it's not going to be fun for your audience. It's going to be like, okay, what else are we going to do? It's the thing it makes your audience forget you very quickly after you're done. So only when you really connect to the story and you live through it, then you can really transport something to where it really hits home with your audience. Now, You know you put on a great performance when you're physically totally exhausted after your performance. Not vocally, physically, like you really live through it. There can be miracles when you believe. When hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Just live through it. And what it does also, a great side effect, it gives you more body tension, you have better posture, and also you support better when you do that. Oh, I'm so sad. I could cry. I think my life is coming to an end. Really live through the story. Number 6, be vulnerable, not perfect. Your audience doesn't want absolute perfection. They want someone who's human. You need to show your vulnerable side. Perfection is something that maybe we should strive for, but we are actually never going to achieve as human beings, and we always need to keep that human side. Otherwise, we could just put a robot there and he could sing the perfect pitches or something. But what we actually want as humans is other humans that have imperfections, that we can empathize with, that are sad or hurt, and don't always do everything perfectly. So don't be afraid to show your vulnerable side. Now what happens when you play it safe and you put this wall between you and your audience and you can't get through there. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna make sure I don't look awkward, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna hit all those pitches right, but you don't connect to anything because you're just like, okay, I don't need to show any vulnerability here because I just want to be perfect and great. This doesn't work. It absolutely doesn't. You know what? Your audience is much more forgiving if you make a little mistake in pitch or you forget a word or two, but you stay in it and you really give it your all. You put your heart out there and just give it to them. Then being pitch perfect, technically perfect, but there's absolutely no motion behind it. So dare to be not perfect, but vulnerable. And the last point, so important, have fun. I know it's so nerve-wracking sometimes to get up in front of an audience. It's like, what are they thinking? Am I doing it right? Okay, the monitor is not loud enough. I'm not hearing myself. And like, what is the drummer doing? He is just too loud. I can't hear anything I'm doing. Oh, and that reverb, it's too dry. But you know what? There comes the point where you just have to try to cut it off and be like, I don't care. I'm just gonna have fun now. So if you're not having fun, surely your audience isn't gonna have fun. So first of all, you need to have fun and really be in it and just enjoy what you're doing. So these were my tips for you to take some risks. These things are risky because when you do them, it takes your focus off a little bit of that, like, okay, I gotta do everything correctly. When you train that, you actually get a lot better with it. So if you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also if you have not already, subscribe to my channel for more awesome singing tip videos to come out. Also check out my blog at freyasingingtips.com. The link is below. I put out new articles about singing all the time. And there's also some great resources. For example, I have some free downloads there like this, the vocal warm-up checklist. You can download that one. You can also download the audio program that goes with the vocal warm-up checklist. It's an MP3 file and it's 28 minutes long, and I made it for you so you could listen to it like on your way to work and just go through the vocal warm-up routine. Also catch me live on Periscope Monday through Friday and on the other social media sites such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. I have some great boards there that have links collected pertaining to singing, everything you want to know. So check that out. Hope you will have a wonderful day. And don't forget, always keep on singing and always keep a song in your heart. Bye.